to Richard Pater, who's director of BICOM, the Britain-Israel Communications and Research Centre, independent body producing research on the area, who joins us from Jerusalem. What dynamic might Sir Tony Blair bring to these conversations in your view? Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on. I think Tony Blair and his background in the region is incredibly important. He has a lot of credibility, not just in Israel, but across the whole region. If you recall, when he served at the head of the quartet, after having served as Prime Minister, he impressed a lot of people here on the ground by really getting down into the details, particularly in the West Bank. He improved access and movement and mobility for the Palestinians, and he did that in coordination with the Israelis because he built up trust on both sides, and I think that's crucial for any mediator within the international community.
I'm in London, you're in Jerusalem. Richard, do you sense that your Prime Minister, the Israeli Prime Minister, is in listening mode?
I think he's receptive to listen to friends. That's the advantage of, I think, both the heavy involvement we've seen from the US administration. Every week we've seen senior officials take part in the war cabinet and engage with the Prime Minister and the Defence Minister who are prosecuting this war. And I think that's similar for the Brits as well, that they have a good reputation. They understand Israel's concerns. They understand the nature of Hamas, and as horrific as the fighting is, the sad truth is that if Hamas were to end the fighting tomorrow, to agree to return the hostages, then that would end this.
But you and I both fear that we know that's not the reality. So how long do you think Israel's got before the world's concern turns to a degree of opprobrium?
I'm not sure we can measure it in time. I think we have to see how the war is prosecuted and how it evolves, because I don't think that the Israel and its allies can afford to allow Hamas to survive beyond this war. Hamas is a nihilistic regime. We're seeing every day more intelligence and evidence of the fact that they invested in a terror infrastructure instead of investing in their own people, and more and more comes out every day on this. So Israel cannot afford to allow Hamas to remain in place.
Despite global opinion?
I think there is still understanding that
well,
it's horrific.
Lord Cameron's using words such as ceasefire. France would go even stronger than that, and there are understood to be concerns in the White House. How long can Israel continue to prosecute the war in the fashion it currently is?
So I think we're going to end this stage, I would imagine, at some point in the next month. As I said, I don't know. I mean, I'm not privy to the timetable, but I think there is still, in terms of the progress being made, both in the north and the south of Gaza. In the south, in particular, I understood from this morning that the focus is understood in the Khan Yunis area is still where the senior Hamas leadership are held out, as well as some of the hostages. So Israel is going to continue the fighting in this manner, I would say, let's say, for the next few weeks, and then it will move on to the third phase.
All right, Richard Pater, thank you. You're director of BICOM, joining us from Israel. Listening at 12 minutes after 8 is Ali Miraj.